How you doing? I'm Trent Henderson. You're tuned into the infamous Living Realm Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. 5 things that you should know before giving charity donations to a non-profit organization. Okay, first things first, I want to make the statement personally that I love non-profit organizations. This is actually why I'm making this video. I've actually had a chance to, work at some non-profit organizations. I'm not going to name like exactly where I've actually volunteered or worked, but I've actually done work there and did some community service here and there again. And I've learned quite a bit, knowing that you have something such as a nonprofit organization that is able to give to less fortunate people. And that's the best giving back, or giving for a good cause, giving to help people, better themselves, or, make themselves better so that they can make other people's lives better and the world a better place. Because at the end of the day, we are one in the universe and we are all the same, whether we have different ethnicities, they come from different walks of life, different creeds, different backgrounds, different religions, we are all cut from the same cloth. And I would like to refer to this cloth as a universal fabric. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. So let's get right down into it. First thing that you need to know about a nonprofit organization, the first thing that you should know is that it's a nonprofit organization. I think we have to come back to the realization of just knowing that this is a place where people invest their time, people give their goods for free, a lot of people work there for free, and so we have to continue to keep in mind that as we're giving our charity donations to nonprofit organizations, that it's actually a privilege to be giving that donation to the organization. So if I could speak on the behalf of every nonprofit organization in the whole wide world, I would say, please do not take giving to a nonprofit organization for granted. And I'm gonna get into a little bit more of why I say this. Number 2, make sure that you're giving things that even you value. This is one thing that I found out, just working around people that worked at a nonprofit organization, and me just having experience as a volunteer in some organizations. I found that a lot of people, more than the people who actually give valuable donations, like things that they treasure, things that they value, a lot of people kind of lowered their dignity when it came down to giving, an item or clothing or whatnot. And it was an item that was probably ruined, or a piece of clothing such as a shirt that's probably missing like all of the buttons, or some jeans that are extremely dingy with grass stains that will never ever come out and they're completely faded. So let's make sure that we're giving items that we will even take for ourselves. That's the best thing you can do for a nonprofit organization and for somebody who doesn't have the things that you have. You want to make sure that when you give something, it will be something that the person will be charmed to get. Like, they should be ecstatic when they get your donation because, they have something that they can cherish. So we want to make sure that we are continuously preserving the dignity that we have when giving our donation to nonprofit organizations. Number 3, tax write-off. Tax write-off, tax write-off, tax write-off. Okay, that's good. We all like numbers. We all like to make money. We all like to give money. That's wonderful. But let's not get wrapped up too much in the numbers. It's kind of like when you want to accomplish something, you want to accomplish some type of goal, and it revolves around a number chart, a number scale. You don't want to necessarily focus too much on what the score is. You just want to do it because you love to do it. Do it from the bottom of your heart. Do it because you are really sincere about doing it. Give a donation because you really feel like it's gonna make someone's life better versus you just getting a tax write-off. And that's great. Tax write-offs are cool. Even I've actually donated some things in the past and make sure that I got my receipt or whatnot. And so it's really cool. I just want you to be reminded that it's not always about getting tax write-offs and stuff like that. It's just more about the generosity of the donation that you're giving for the person that will receive it at the end of the day. All right, number 4, volunteering. I mean, if you haven't volunteered at a nonprofit organization, I highly suggest that you go volunteer at your nearest local nonprofit organization. It's very relieving. It's just good for the spirit, the soul, because you're actually doing something, that fulfills you. It makes you feel good at the end of the day, knowing that you actually work without getting paid. And not only that, but you experience other people who were doing the same thing as you. You know, they were working around you, or y'all were working in a group and they were not getting paid, which goes into what I just said about, you know, being so wrapped up in numbers sometimes can be very stressful. Yeah, it's very, very stressful. And then overall, it's just practically just fun to, you know, be working as a team or with a group of people at a nonprofit organization trying to accomplish a goal, you know, whether it's folding clothes or making sure you sort items and put them all over here versus being over here, and everybody doing things at once, you know, to add up to one big mission for that whole day that you're there volunteering. I even went up to some people when I was like volunteering once upon a time, like, and asked them why they do it. And they told me exactly what I'm telling you. It makes them feel good. It makes you feel fulfilled. It gives you an excitement for life to know that you're giving back to the universe. So be sure to take caution when you're giving to charity organizations, you know, whether you're pulling up in a drive-thru or you just walk into a local nonprofit organization and you're trying to give a donation. Be sure that, you know, we remain courteous to the employees there, the staff, and, you know, volunteers and whatnot, and just keeping it cool, calm, and collected, because they're probably not getting paid and they're just probably there, you know, to give back to the universe. So we want to make sure that we always have a good attitude when giving donations to nonprofit organizations. Okay, number 5, the last thing you should know when giving charity donations to a nonprofit organization is such a great place to network. If you want to meet like-minded individuals who are just happy, who are just loving, who are just radiant, you know, people that are just filled with joy, and, you know, they see the optimistic side in life, you know. So if you want to see smiling faces and meet beautiful people who are just filled with so much joy, make sure that you go connect with a nonprofit organization, volunteer, get involved, community service, whatever. Do whatever you have to do to get yourself connected, because especially if you're young, you know, it definitely looks good in your resume that you've actually did work at a nonprofit organization. So yes, giving to a nonprofit organization is just something that earns you a lot of prestige points. It gives you a great reputation, and it makes you a much more popular celebrity. Because even celebrities, as a matter of fact, I think every celebrity probably gives to nonprofit organizations, something like that, something like that. We will hope that everybody could give to a nonprofit organization, you know, and help people make themselves better, so that it can make other people's lives better and the world a better place. Guys, I'm Trent Henderson. I do videos every single day, positive videos every single day, motivational, inspirational videos every single day. So please just simply make sure you speak up, let your voice be heard, comment, like, and be sure to share this video with one of your friends so that we can all make the world a better place, and so that we can together help nonprofit organizations so that we can continue to give back to people who need it most. Thank you so much for tuning in. In the meantime, I'll see you next time in the next 24 hours. Peace.